Thank you for indulging my lateness, and thank you for being here on a Friday night. Dear Mayor and Council, I am a planning researcher, instructor in geography and planning at the University of Toronto. I was raised in Vancouver and have served as a volunteer for many Chinatown advocacy groups for over a decade. I'm speaking in opposition of the 105 Keefer proposal. The question we have today is whether or not the proposal deserves the rezoning. According to HRHR, rezonings are discretionary based on design excellence and benefit to community. Thus, the question is not whether they meet the minimum requirements or have the right to make an application, as they certainly do, but whether they achieve whether they fully achieve Chinatown policy and the intent of HAHR, which was to expedite the goals of the Chinatown Vision and Revitalization Plan. It's been repeated over these past 3+ days, but I will reiterate. The proposal offers no community amenity contributions. BC Housing is paying for the 25 units. It is a contribution by taxpayers and not the developer. As others have noted, according to the new definition of social housing, only a third of those units will truly be affordable. Just because it's called social housing doesn't mean that it's actually affordable to those who most need it. 1,000 square feet at less than market rate for 10 years is not good enough. We need a permanent space in the city for seniors. Additionally, below market rate can certainly still mean unaffordable to Chinese seniors groups when market rate is increasing rapidly via gentrification. The so-called expansion to the plaza is actually a false comparison since that car lane along Keefer is barely used and in fact often occupied by community members playing mahjong. As some folks mentioned earlier, aspects like walkability in the application is not an added benefit. Seniors already enjoy that, and those are minimum requirements and expectations of the Chinatown built form. There just aren't enough community benefits for this application to deserve rezoning. Next, passing this proposal would continue to encourage gentrification in the area. Gentrification is the replacement of lower incomes by higher income groups. It is not the same as revitalization. The intent of HAHR was to expedite the goal of residentializing Chinatown in order to support local businesses. But ever since HAHR, we've seen the rapid closure of mom and pop shops, the very local Chinese shops that make Chinatown what it is and approachable to low-income seniors. HAH1 was supposed to leverage development to help historic Pender, but instead it is destroying it by increasing rents and replacing local stores who can't afford rent with higher-end cafes and designer ice cream shops. The proposal would do more harm than good for Chinatown. The applicant wants you to judge them based on current requirements for this plot of land, and I want you to do the same and look at whether or not this application fits into the integrity of the goals of the Chinatown Vision, to honor our vulnerable seniors, to honor youth actually so dedicated to seniors that they circulate messages asking to help Chinatown shop owners and seniors move their belongings when they've been evicted. And I want you to know that like these emails actually go a lot around in our groups and asking for assistance to help pack their stuff up and find new spaces for them. And to respect and honor Chinatown's history and the future of reconciliation. If architectural excellence and community benefit were actually achieved, we wouldn't see such a mass opposition with our speakers. Chatback, our appointed local community body, wouldn't have rejected it. And our honored late architects, Joe Wei and Bing Tom, wouldn't have fought so vehemently against it, literally to their last days. I've got 1 minute left, and I'd like to take that minute to take a moment of silence for both Joe and Bing, who I was honored to have called mentors, if we could just take a moment. Thank you.
Thank you very much for being here and for taking that time.